Hey everybody, welcome back to the Royal Read. I am so glad you decided to stop by and see what I'm reading on. But before we get started, you already know I ask you to do it every single day, and I will continue to because I want you to be a part of my tribe. I want you to be a part of my community. And let me tell you, it is the best. It is the best over here. And if you don't believe me, go in the comments. Go in there and talk to somebody. Go in there and chit chat and kiki and see if you like it. I know you are. And when you get through, come on out, go down in those settings, look around, find that subscribe button, and go ahead on and subscribe. And while you're in there, hit your notification bell too, so you'll know when I upload or when I just want to pop in, and give me a thumbs up to fight my nemesis, the beast, the algorithm. It still dogs me, y'all. It really, really does. Also, listen, I just want to say thank you to all of the readers that decide to support the channel by absolutely watching the commercials. I know it's not easy. I know it is not an easy task to do, but I just want to say thank you. Thank you for supporting the channel. Also, if you look over there in your corner, that's our join button. That's for channel memberships. And if you choose to become a channel member and a part of the reading club, you will be supporting my channel to grow, to improve, and to continue. And I'll be so grateful, so thankful, so over the moon appreciative for that support. Also, if you just want to do a one-time donation, the super thanks button is right over there on the other side. And all donations to the channel is always greatly appreciated. All right, y'all, we do have some super thanks. And first up is Shabri Brew. Shabri, thank you for the super thanks. Thank you just for being a ride or die and supporting the channel. It just means everything. And also, I want to shout out Ella Gully. Ella Gully has become a ride or die. She is always coming through with the support. And let me tell you, I know how lucky I am to have her as a part of my community. I am. So, Charbray Brew and Ella Gully, I just want to play this for you to let you know how much I appreciate you just being there, just supporting the channel. It means everything. So thank you, Shabri Brew, and thank you, Ella Gully. Y'all are just everything. All right, y'all. With all that said, y'all know what time it is. Y'all know I've been in these internet streets and we have a lot to talk about. And y'all know when I am putting the read together, y'all know what I do. I hit these internet streets. And let me tell you, that is where I have been with my froggy voice and all. I know y'all can tell. My voice is really, really froggy. But this time of year, it gets like that. It goes, it comes. It does. And I'm tired too. Been busy. So, yeah, my voice is not the best, but we have to keep going. We have to be on these internet streets. We have to chit chat about these things that are going on really on my timeline. My timeline is spinning, y'all. It is. And I must say, I have been so tickled at the squatties. Let me tell you, I've been on all the social media platforms. I've been on Blue Sky. I went on Spoutable. I don't know why I always mispronounce that. Spoutable. I went on Instagram. And of course, I peeked in on TikTok today. I didn't spend a whole lot of time on any of them Except y'all know where I really be spending my time, especially when I'm in a hurry or especially when I don't have a whole lot of time. I go straight for the sewer. I do. I go straight for X, formerly known as Twitter, and see what those squatties are talking about. I didn't even check in on Megan today on Instagram. I didn't. I don't know if she posted anything new or not. I got to go over there and check. But like I said, it's been that kind of day. It really, really have. And like I said, everybody knows the big, scoop of the day is they're feigning so much outrage about Megan using her HRH. Whew, and I must say nobody cares. I know I don't. And from this point on, I am going to use it every opportunity I get. I'm telling you, the squatties on X, formerly known as Twitter, and on Instagram, they are not holding back. My timeline is filled with post after post after post of squatties calling Megan her Royal Highness. It is so funny to me. They should have never hit that hornet's nest. I have always said when you mess with the squatties, it's like taking a stick and hitting a hornet's nest. And you should be prepared to be stung over and over and over and over again. I'm telling you, the squatties are not going to let this go. They don't know who they're messing with. We are like the beehive. We don't play. We do not. And I'm telling you, my timeline is filled up. It is HRH. One squatter just put just a whole line of just HRH Megan Sussex on a post as a hashtag. Not playing. And I'm telling you, my timeline is just giving me life right now. I am enjoying it because the squatties are having the response that I love, and that's defiance. We will not allow you to bully and feign outrage when we know that it is nothing more than jealousy, bitterness, and envy. And we're not having it. And if you want to cry about something, let us give you something to cry about. Hold your stomach, cry harder, and we're going to call her Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex, with every breath that we take. And we're going to post after post after post, putting it there until we get it trending. So all I can say is stop hitting the hornet's nest with the stick. Just a little friendly advice from a squatty. I'm just saying, because we're not playing. We're not playing, and we're not going to fall for the okey doke. We're not going to play into your dumb games. Talking about your outrage. So what? We don't care. Cry harder. Hold your stomach. We don't care. When William becomes king, he's going to strip them of their titles. We don't care. We don't. Cry harder. Hold your stomach. We could care less about anything that you're talking about, but we will take the time to address you and make fun of you and absolutely be completely unbothered because Megan pretty much said what she needed to say on Jamie's podcast, which was she had nothing to prove to anybody. And all I can say is my intentions is to follow that lead. We don't have to prove anything to you. Get out there in these internet streets and cut the fool all you want to. We might call you out on it, but it's not because we care. All I can say is I am enjoying the show. And what a show it has been, I'm telling you. Whew, after 6 years, y'all still as stupid as you were on day one. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And this particular squatty is reminding us that Megan gave us some idea how the year was going to go when she ran out there and wrote 2025 in the sand. And I must say, little did we know we were going to get fed so much. It was going to be so much. And I love it. And this particular squatty said this: don't say she didn't tell you. 2025 is Megan Sussex, Her Royal Highness Megan Sussex, year of joy, love, and the year when she tells the world she's done with having to prove herself. She said it. She did. And I am following suit. I'm not going to try to justify Megan in any kind of way to these deranged, bitter, evil, ugly, old, wrinkled up old hags, toadies, flying monkeys, toe heads, potato heads, trolls, the rangers, all of them can take a long walk off of a short pier. They will not get in the way of me enjoying what's going on this year. And I am just going to take joy in absolutely rubbing their nose in it like a puppy who has soiled the carpet. I found joy in it. It just doesn't hit the same way anymore. All their faux outrage just doesn't hit anymore. And they need to be careful what they say because we don't know how to act. The squatties don't. We will take it and absolutely run with it and make you sick about it. I'm just saying. But yes, Megan says she ain't proving nothing to nobody. And I must say, I love it. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this is about Megan's podcast. Hopefully, you have streamed it already. If you haven't, please, please, please go and stream it. We want to keep the numbers up. Now, this particular post is from Tuesday, but I had to include it anyway because I wanted to remind y'all, if you haven't listened to it, please go to Lemonada, go to Apple, and go to Spotify if you have to. But please go and listen to it so we can keep the numbers up. I'm just saying. But this particular squatty said, today's episode was my favorite. The conversation was so inspiring. It just shows how important it is not to give up. If I had heard as many no's as Jamie Curran Lehman had, I would have given up. Thank you for reminding us to believe in ourselves. Confession of a Female Founder. And I remember I used to watch Jamie on QVC. I don't know if any of y'all remember her, but she was on there with It's Cosmetics. Now, I don't watch QVC now. I don't know if It's Cosmetics is still on QVC, but I think she sold that business for well over $1 billion. And in this episode, she talked about how many no's she got and how inspiring she was. Well, she is, because she was literally told that she was too fat to sell cosmetics by someone. Yes, and she absolutely hired somebody who had refused to hire her. Yes, it is very, very interesting. And I must say, if you hadn't streamed it, please do. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatty said this: Pastor Megan Sussex just ministered. My faith said what could be seen as a breakdown can be your breakthrough. All right, now, come on with it, Megan. It says, come on, church. Let me get my praise on before I continue to listen. Sis, you didn't have to eat the words like that. My gracious. Yes, I love that too. Megan in the podcast said that what could seems like a breakdown can be your breakthrough. Now that is heavy, isn't it? Because a lot of time we all know you have to go through a whole lot of adversity in order to get to where you need to be. I have lived that time and time again. Sometimes God tears things up to rebuild in a better way. I love it. Come on with it, Megan. Come on with it. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up. And this particular sortie said this. I have to say, I absolutely love Megan Sussex podcast with Jamie Kern Lima, Confessions of a Female Founder. Just finished it and I am smiling. They are so sweet together. I didn't think it was going to top Jamie's podcast yesterday, but I loved it and enjoyed it so much. Yes, they are saying that. I don't know. I don't know. I like both of them. I do. But yes, it is so good. And please, 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 if you hadn't streamed it, please go stream it. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this one up. And boy, it is a shocker. This particular squatty said this. And they're talking about the podcast, Jamie's podcast, said this got 12 million views. Then the repost got 7 million views. They can cry about it while Her Royal Highness Meghan Sussex keep building her global brand. Where is the lie? I mean, you cannot compete where you cannot compare. And it shows it every time. It does. When has anybody over there, the left behinds, when has anybody clocked 12 million views on anything? Charles's kind of nation did not get 12 million views in his home country. So, wow, that's all I can say. And this was a podcast on YouTube, got 12 million views, and the repost got 7 million views. Ain't nothing you can do with our girl. It's nothing you can do. And I love it. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up and I'm not going to rehash this whole thing about William pretending like he is going to take Harry and Meghan's titles. But I'm sure he would if he could. But we all know at this point he cannot. But I'm telling you, I just read a comment in my last post, and one of my favorite readers reminded me that William is so stupid and so vengeful and so bitter that he managed with all of this nonsense, all of this manufactured rage, that he managed to overshadow his own anniversary tour. Him and Kitty Cat was out trying to convince us that they still loved each other and still lived with each other. This anniversary tour. And he managed to overshadow himself. How stupid is that? It is hilarious. And that's why I love being in the comments. Y'all are the best. Y'all are the smartest. Y'all are always giving up the knowledge. And that's what I really, really love about my tribe. But this particular squatty also was saying the same thing about William, how stupid he is. And this particular squatter reposted what page 6 had said, and there was all this nonsense talking about William listen to this, William to strip Meghan Markle of royal titles after he becomes king. Yes, like Meghan absolutely went over there and kicked his dog or something instead of gave a sweet note to her neighbor who wasn't feeling well. This man, how stupid. And this particular squatty said this, wading into a battle over stripping titles might just be the dumbest thing a British monarch has done in the last 50 years. So it makes sense William would be the one to do it. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? But what he don't seem to understand, if he tries to take these titles away from Harry and Meghan and manage to do so, this is a Pandora's box that might come back to bite him because he has 3 children. I'm just saying. So watch what you wish on someone else. It might absolutely boomerang back on you. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up, and it pretty much says why they have such a problem with Meghan. They have a problem with Meghan. Did you notice how the whole narrative is stripping Meghan of her titles? Not Harry and Meghan. Meghan. They have a problem with Meghan because they know Meghan is the catalyst for Harry to be successful in America. And they don't want that. They want him back. They want her destroyed. And once he get back there, then they want to destroy him. But they want him to come back so they can destroy him, humble him, put their foot firmly on his neck so he will never ever move again. That's what this is all about. And that is the reason why they consistently go after Meghan. And also, they go after Meghan because they know that that is Harry's Achilles heel. Meghan is. They know how much he loves his wife, and they constantly try to go after her so she can get fed up to the point where it affects their marriage. And I really believe another reason why this whole feigning outrage about these HRH had something to do with Meghan sitting down there telling them that she was going to be married to Harry forever. They did not want to hear that. But this particular squatty said this: her happiness and independence really pisses them off. After hearing her speak and seeing her accomplish her goals, I know she would have been stifled by that institution. Well, she was. When she was over there, they stifled her to the point where she wanted to unalive herself, telling her after she hadn't went out of the house in months to be 50% of herself. 50% of herself is head, shoulders, knees, and toes above the rest of those royal do-nothings. Meghan got so many projects off the ground while she was over there. And Kitty Cat had been circling that family like a buzzard for 20 years and did not have one accolade to her name. Yes, 50% of herself was absolutely still too much when you have to try to be less than zero. Yes, so stifle. Yes, Meghan was stifled. And then it goes on to say they can't handle smart and independent women marrying into that family. Thank God she's home. They can't handle it. They cannot handle it. Because you can see that the few that have married in there have absolutely haven't survived or had to get out. Because we can see in real time the caliber of woman that can survive within that institution. You got a bed hopper and a mannequin. You don't have any women of substance. You have women who absolutely got there on their skills, let's say. And Meghan got there because Harry fell in love with her on a meme, not a meme, I think it was an app, which when she had a dog nose and ears. And when he got to know her, then he started to love her because she was a woman of substance. She was the list. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And I love the way this particular squatty put everything in perspective. It says, what does royalists think will happen if their HRH titles are removed? That's what I want to know. I mean, it's not too many people who are fans of Harry and Meghan care anything about it. I mean, it's ridiculous. And it goes on to say, do they think that Invictus Games or as ever will grind to a halt? That their friends will turn on them? Or that the sun will stop shining in Montecito? They act like it, don't they? It goes on to say it changes nothing. They still live happily ever after. And there it is. It changes nothing. The people who love Harry and Meghan are going to continue to love Harry and Meghan. The people who support Harry and Meghan are going to continue to support them. Nobody cares. If they learned anything out of this fruitless and frivolous exercise in faint outrage, they should have learned that Harry and Meghan fans do not care. We do not care. It is not a flex to us that you say that you want to strip them of their titles. We say, go ahead. But also take all of your nastiness, take all of your vitriol, take all of your bile, and take all your attention and focus on the ones that are left behind over there. Pay them some attention. Leave Harry and Meghan alone and let us enjoy our faves in peace. That's all we ask. We do not care. Because this monkey is not going to stop our show. It's not. And just like this squatty said, if you look at this post, Harry and Meghan with titles, Harry and Meghan without titles. They're going to be happy. They're going to be rich. And they're going to be loved. So take them. Take them. And absolutely stick them where the sun does not shine or would want to shine. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up and wait till y'all get a load of this. I'm telling you, I have said this time and time again. The fevered mind of the deranged, ugly old hag should be studied. I tell you, it is an illness. It is a mental illness. And look at this. This particular squatter posted this. You can't make this SHIT up. Apparently, Megan going makeup free is a dig at Kate to show she looks younger. Are you people okay? Yes. Are you people okay? Megan going makeup free is a dig at Kate. Well, all I can say is if the shoe fits, and evidently it does. It really does, because we all know Kate's face is clearly and completely and firmly on the floor. And Megan looked like she's in 10th grade without makeup. I'm just saying. And y'all know I had to get Baby Deranger involved in this. If you are a squatter, you know exactly who Baby Deranger is. And of course, Baby Deranger had to comment on Megan going makeup free. And it says, how dare she go makeup free? It's disrespectful and insulting to our real royal women for her to look 20 years younger without Is that really you or is it AI? She may outshine all our leftover ladies, but she'll never be a true English rose. His Royal Highness the King must remove all titles. Yes, baby, the ranger said. Is it AI? Is that really her? Yes, it's really her, baby, the rangers. And them other ones, that's really them too. The ones with the face on the floor. I'm just saying. Oh. And I'm gonna put this one up, and this one says, "Bareface and still a stunner." I understand the bitter haters. They see in Megan everything they lack, not just beauty, but she's a beautiful person, and that is so true. She is a beautiful person, and it seems like they hate her for that. But I have always said, evil always hates good, and mediocre always hates excellence. So it's not surprising. But, it is what it is. It says successful career and amazing life. A husband who adores her and two healthy, happy children. Yeah, Megan has it all. And they cannot take it. I mean, it is women out there that literally cannot take it. And they'll be in the comments saying that they don't care, writing and just absolutely stalking everything it is about Megan, but they want us to believe that they don't care. The sickness is real, y'all. The sickness is real. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this up. It's time to talk about William and Kitty Cat. Y'all know that yesterday, I think yesterday was their 14th wedding anniversary. And boy, did they put on a show. Kitty Cat showed up with a brand new wig. I'm telling you, the wig is absolutely so long, it looks like she borrowed it from Rapunzel. And it was blonde or a light reddish blonde, which is no surprise to me because you know what, maybe a day or two earlier, Lilybeth was on the front pages of the Veil with her beautiful red strawberry blonde hair. And of course, Kate would show up with something like this. But I'm telling you, it was a monstrosity. And boy, was she proud of herself. I'm telling you, they put on a show, these two. They did their best impression of Harry and Meghan, even down to the wardrobe. It is so funny to me. But yes, 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 Kitty Cat showed up looking like she has never had cancer, probably because she has never had cancer, and had that wig just flowing all the way down nearly to the ground. And William absolutely is going completely bald. Y'all, look at this picture. I remember seeing William at one of the state dinners, and they had spray painted him some hair on the side to fill in all the gaps because he is losing hair on the side. He just about is going to have to do something about that because his hair is pretty much giving up on him. It is saying they are his hair is calling it quits, y'all. Look at that. I'm telling you, baby fine hair on the side. He could not do a hair transplant because he didn't have anything to transplant on the side. He did everything he got over there on the side. He needs to get with Donald Trump to get some tips on how to do that comb over because let me tell you, Donald Trump has perfected it. And William definitely needs some tips. I see where he let one or two hairs grow long and tried to comb it over, But I'm telling you, his come over game is really, really weak. I'm just saying. And the scum said, tomorrow's front page, Will and Kate on Love Island. Now they were talking about yesterday. So yesterday was their anniversary. But yes, talking about Wills and Kate on Love Island. Yes, they still trying to sell that long expired can of nonsense, aren't they? Yeah, still trying to peddle that one. And all I can say is good luck. Oof. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this one up. And of course, the Daily Fail had to come in. You know where the scum goes, the Daily Fail follows behind. And this particular squatty posted this. It's talking about hair to the throne, talking about Kate's wig. And I'm telling you, she was just so proud of herself because she thought that this right here would outdo a 3-year-old. She just came for Princess Lilibeth. Yes, she did, because Princess Lilibeth was on the front page, what, like I said, maybe 2 days ago. And they were talking about her red hair, her beautiful hair. And yes, Kate came for her today. Y'all, I got to stop being so messy, but I can't help myself. When you show up looking like this, I just cannot. I cannot. And this is what the fail said. Kate debuts new hair for the summer as she and William tour the Isle of Mull on their 14th wedding anniversary and pay tribute to William with subtle outfit detail. Like, wow. Okay. And this particular squatty said this. This is shameful. This is shameful and nothing to be proud of. As usual, hair, outfit, and smile, no substance. Straight for the neck. Straight for the neck. But yes, I'm telling you. And that hair was something to behold, y'all. It really was. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And this is from Dan Wooten, aka Maria Joseph, aka Martin Brennan, aka The Fool. And he said this. This is guaranteed to push Meghan's fake tears off the top of the royal agenda. Catherine, the Princess of Wales, has just unveiled new blonde hairdo in Scotland as she celebrates her 14th wedding anniversary. You love to see it. Yeah, I'm sure you do love to see it. I remember that time when William got mad with Harry. It was in Spare. It was when William and Harry and Meghan had engagements on the same day. I think Harry and Meghan was in Scotland or somewhere like that. Y'all correct me in the comments. But William's engagement was earlier than Harry and Meghan's. And William had got a new haircut and evidently really feeling himself about it. But my problem with that is, what kind of haircut can they work with just the sides? But evidently he thought that they had did something different. I think that's when he had a little bit more on the top and he had called himself having a buzz cut. But I think you needed a little bit more on the top for anybody to notice. But I digress. But because he had, cut those few little strands that he had on the top of his hair off, he thought everybody would notice that. That would make the front pages, and Harry and Meghan had not a shot in anybody paying them any attention, and was very, very angry and surprised when that did not work out the way he thought it was going to work out. And he knew right then and there he was in trouble when it came to the powerhouse couple that is Harry and Meghan. And Harry wrote about it. I mean, these people are so delusional that they really think that they can get a haircut or get a new wig to pile up on your head that is going to knock Harry and Meghan off the pages. Now, I'm not saying it won't knock them off the pages in Great Britain, but it never, ever, ever will knock them off the pages of the world. It will not. Globally, Harry and Meghan rules it. I'm just saying. So, Darren, all I can say is say hello to Maria Joseph and Martin Brennan the next time you see them. Probably when you put your toothpaste on your toothbrush tonight. Just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And of course, William and Kate back on their copying game. And the squatties are not going to let them get away with it. I mean, these people are so pathetic and have the nerve to say that they loathe and despise Harry and Meghan. Yet and still, with your Pinterest board of all of Harry and Meghan wardrobes and ideas, you have the nerve to say you despise Harry and Meghan when you do nothing but copy. And it's so pathetic and so sad. Look at this. This is the picture that they took. And they do nothing but try to go right behind Harry and Meghan. I don't see how this PR team hasn't been fired if they could not come up with any new ideas other than doing what my brother and sister-in-law have done before. I would have to have a conversation with them and ask them, why are you here? Because they can do this on their own. Because it seems like they are determined to copy Harry and Meghan. I mean, to the T. I'm surprised they didn't get a tree cut down and made sure it was leaning like the one that Harry and Meghan stood beside. I am shocked by that. And when have they ever taken pictures from behind? These people, if pathetic was a couple, they would reign supreme. I'm just saying. Squatty that posted this said this: as usual, they make a fair attempt at recreating Prince Harry and Meghan's. Yes, they do. They absolutely make an attempt every time. It is so ridiculous. They are ridiculous. Do they not know people know that they do nothing but copy Harry and Meghan? If they don't, we absolutely do our jobs as squatties to remind them, because we will never, ever allow them to take credit for anything that Harry and Meghan has done. This woman even had on the exact denim shirt that Meghan has worn before. I would not be surprised if she is not shopping Meghan's shop mine. I would be would you be surprised? Not me. I would not be surprised at all, because she clearly has gotten that blouse. I'm just saying. So ridiculous. All right, I'm going to put this one up. And this particular squatter said, it's obvious who are the ones in the sham marriage. Look how stiff they are. Yep, pretty stiff. Pretty sad. I'm just sure, Kate is hoping a big gust of wind doesn't come along and take her wig along with it, because I'm telling you, that's a pile of hair there. I'm just saying. And they said genuine and fake. Where is the lie? All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And I swear to you that I saw this particular post and was going to add it into my podcast when they had Lilybeth on the front pages. And this particular squatter said, "Stop, Kitty," because it was a joke. People was saying, Squatty was saying that since Lilybeth was getting so much attention, that Kate would absolutely dye her hair red. Well, she didn't dye it completely red, but she showed up with blonde hair, well, a blonde wig. And I'm telling you, I must say I chuckled because this was a prophecy. This squatty knew exactly what was coming, and I just love it. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this one up, and the Rangers want to try to. Well, they're not accusing Megan of copying Kate, but saying that she shouldn't copy Kate, that she might want to copy Kate, and and the squatties are saying the hair color that Kate has, Megan has had already. She's not copying her. Kate probably has pulled up old pictures of Megan and is actually copying Megan. Because we all know that's all they do is go through stuff of Harry and Megan and find out what they can copy. This particular squatty said this: "There is truly nothing about Mumbles worth copying. Absolutely nothing. Where is the lie? What is it about Kate you would want to copy?" And it said, instead of celebrating the two lazy clowns in the UK 14 years, they are talking about Megan as usual, because the deranged syndrome, they can't help themselves. And it says, claiming that she is going to copy copycat Mumble's new hair color, a color that Megan has had in the past. Exactly. That's where Mumbles got it from. She been stalking Megan from way in the past and saw Megan had that hair color. This is what I'll do. This is what I'll do. They always copying you and pretending like they came up with it. What what a disgrace. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm gonna put this up, and I just found this so funny because this is what absolutely stole the show from William and Kate on their wedding day. Yes, yes, yes. Pippa's backside. Y'all remember that? That was all they talked about. Well, I'm just saying, a lot of us was, I think it was 2011 when they got married. So maybe most of us do remember it. But yes, it was Pippa's backside. And as you can see, it ain't much backside to be taking attention away from anything. And so you know how boring you have to be to take for a flat butt like Pippa's to take the attention away from you. This particular squatter said this: 14 years ago, alleged arse overshadowed Kate and William's wedding. Her bomb got more international coverage than the actual wedding. And take a look at what they're talking about. Pippa's flat butt, I'm telling you, looks like a tire that needs some air. But it managed to overshadow William and Kate. Now that says a lot now, doesn't it? This particular squatter goes on to say, does that mean there's more charisma in her bum than the royal couple? Absolutely. Absolutely, it does. Asking for a friend. They said 14 years, the R still can't be traced. I'm telling you, I can't find it. I don't think it's there to be found. But somehow they had to have something to talk about, and they focus in on that. And boy, is it embarrassing. that this was the focal point and overshadowed you. You have to be boring. That right there was an omen. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And let me tell you, this has a little plot twist to it. And it's very, very interesting. This particular squatty posted this and said, Megan used chauffeur delivery service to give special as ever gifts to her close people and selected acquaintances in the UK. Ah, Megan truly does live by that added the extra sprinkles of flour and flourish to whatever you do mantra. Yes, Megan had chauffeur delivery service to deliver her spreads. And look at them. I love it. And it was in the UK. So I am sure it is some people who are really feeling left out. And all I can say to that is, I just love that for them. I do. I hope they really feel bad. I hope they're laying in the bed right now counting the ceiling tiles, wondering where their life went wrong because they did not get a pot of jam from Megan. I love it, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And it says, Megan, Her Royal Highness, of course, the Duchess of Sussex, the Countess of Dumbarton, the Baroness of Cakill, cozy lifestyle brand as ever, delivery in United Kingdom. Class and experience. Wow. Yes, look at them delivering it. Yes, and they recorded it. Of course. Yes, I bet everybody who got some was just so thrilled with it. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. It says, I thought Maureen had Her Royal Highness Megan Sussex friend contacts. Because, she is always running around pretending like he knows everything that's going on with Megan. But he didn't see this. He didn't know this. These people, they pretend like they know. And they write just a pack of lies on the daily and they know nothing. They don't. I'm just saying. And it goes on to say, how come Colford delivered as ever raspberry spread in their own backyard without their knowledge? Because he pretends like he knows everything. He didn't know that. He never knows anything that's going on with Megan. They're always playing catch up because we all know, and anybody else who takes some time to watch and figure out what's going on, that Harry and Meghan serves up plate after plate after plate of nothing but dust to those raw rodents, those rags over there across the pond. They don't know anything. They just pretend like they do. And then it goes on to say, I won't be surprised if they are running around the whole of UK trying to locate houses these doors belong to. Where is the lie? Where is it? And the mystery of it all, the plot twist of it all is, guess who owns Colford Delivery that delivered all of Megan's spreads to the different people in the UK? Guess who it is? It is the wife of Alex Bareford. Yes, the weatherman from GB, what is it? Good Morning Britain. Yes, the weatherman that took up for Megan and she gave her his new baby a toy and him and his wife a pot of her famous as ever jam. Yes, this is the same one. Megan used his wife's delivery service. Don't you just love it? I do. I love it. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this one up. Now, I don't know who they delivered all that jam to in the UK, but I do know who one of those doors were that the chauffeur service knocked on. It was Misan Harriman. Yes, he posted. And I'm gonna put it up, and it says Mian Harriman got his jam. Yummy. And look at him. He put a picture up of his jam and said yummy. So one of those doors was Misan Harriman's door. Yes. You know, it's a lot of people probably jealous over across the pond. And I just love that for them. I do. But I do hope Megan eventually sells her jam in the UK. But I'm kind of believing that she might not because of that family. I don't know. I hope she does. I really hope she does. All right, y'all. I'm going to put this up. And Prince Harry is still booked and busy. It says His Royal Highness Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, is set to travel to Las Vegas on May 6th, where he'll take part in a conversation hosted by Dr. Tessa Oyo, the CEO of Diana Awards, charity that bears the name of Princess Diana. So, yes, Harry is going to be in Las Vegas on the 6th of May. He is. So we got to get prepared for that because we all know we have to support. We do. And I love it. Harry just stays booked and busy. He pays them no mind and acts as if he is not bothered, which I believe he is not. All right, y'all. I'm gonna put this one up, and this is Prince Harry at the Legend of Aviation Award, and he took a picture with a legendary hero here in America, Buzz Aldrin. Buzz Aldrin is one of the most famous astronauts. I mean, he is a pioneer. He did moonwalks way back in the 60s. So, yes, here's Harry. You remember last year they were talking about how Harry should not be inducted in the Hall of Fame or get that award, the Living Legends of Aviation, because people like Buzz Aldrin was recipients and everything like that. Well, look at Buzz. Buzz doesn't seem like he was bothered by it at all. It's just the people who had nothing to do with it wanted to say something about it. But the people who was involved, the people who had done something with their lives, except get up at 12 o'clock in the afternoon and stay in their pajamas all day and get on the computer to hate on a woman who is living her life and knows nothing about them, and if she did would want nothing to do with them, but yet and still they want to speak for other people who are happy to have Harry as a colleague. Because let's not get it twisted, Harry was not given anything. He earned his spot on that Apache helicopter. And Buzz Aldrin has respect for that. And these do nothing, old ugly hags, the rangers, toadies, and all the flying monkeys that came after Harry last year need to respect that. I'm just saying. But yes, there's Harry and Buzz. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this up. And no truer words have been spoken than this post right here and from this squatty. And it says, if Meghan hadn't married Harry, the royal family wouldn't have survived Queen Elizabeth's death. Honestly, Meghan's name keeps them in the spotlight every single day. Kate could be doing cartwheels on London Bridge and people would still be talking about Meghan's latest IG post. Where is the lie? Where is the lie? She literally and figuratively almost do cartwheels Because if you had saw that engagement that they had this past, what was it? Like I said, yesterday, you would see that she did everything except flip over and do a cartwheel. She probably didn't want to lose her wig so that she wouldn't go that far. But if she thought it was going to get her more attention than Megan, oh, she would do it all right. But yes, Megan is the driving force for everything within that family. And they absolutely cannot deny that. I'm just saying. All right, y'all, I'm going to put this one up. And it is just as crystal clear and simple as it can be. HRH. And they will not take it away from her. And if they do, we don't care. We do not care. As long as peace come along with it. I'm just saying. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all next time. Bye.